All right, so we'll kick this off. So today I'm Langers, and I'm from Rocket Pool. You can tell that because I'm wearing a very subtle shirt. All right, so today we are talking about the secret of Ethereum liquid staking. So it's a very sensationalist title, but we'll kind of go through what the talk covers. So we're going to cover what is Ethereum staking, what is liquid staking, how does it work, what are the risks, what does the Shanghai hard fork mean for staking, and what to look for in a liquid staking provider. Finally, why Rocket Pool, obviously. And then we have an important announcement at the end, which you'll hang around for. Thank you. There's a lot of Rocket Pool people here, thanks. Okay, so what is Ethereum staking? So in theory, anyone with ETH can stake their ETH and participate in Ethereum's proof of stake system. In other words, they can help secure Ethereum. Now, when Ethereum transactions kind of get formed into a block, that's actually done by Ethereum validators staking their ETH, okay? The stake is kind of like a good behavior bond. If you do the right thing, if you do a good job as a validator, then you'll be rewarded with new Ethereum, essentially. In the unlikely event that you try to attack Ethereum, your stake is kind of penalized or what we call slashed. So, how secure is Ethereum? So Ethereum today is this 16.7 million ETH that's being staked. When I did these slides, that was worth $28 billion. I don't know what it is today. But you would have to risk $18 billion to pose a threat to Ethereum. That's kind of what we call economic security. It's how proof of stake works. Now, in reality, there's some significant barriers to entry for staking your ETH. So the first thing is you need a fixed 32 ETH per validator that you spin up. So that's about $55,000. You need technical knowledge to run an Ethereum node. And also, staking currently is a one-way thing. You can deposit, but you can't actually withdraw. But that will all change when the Shanghai hard fork happens, which is coming very, very soon. Okay, so what is liquid staking? So liquid staking is the simplest way to stake your ETH. If you have ever swapped a token, then you can stake your ETH. So you just need to swap ETH for, in our case, our ETH token, and you can do that with any amount of ETH. You don't need technical knowledge, you don't need to run a node, you just need to swap with the token. While you're holding that token, the rewards that's being generated by node operators who are actually staking it actually accrues to the token itself. So essentially you earn those rewards through the token. The simplest way of saying it is that you deposit ETH and you get RETH as a receipt. You hold that for a certain amount of time, and when you swap it back, you'll get more ETH than what you put in. That's it. So even though withdrawals are not technically implemented, you can also unstake with liquid staking. So there's a couple of ways of doing that, and I'll go into that. But why is it called? That's basically why it's called liquid staking, because you can unstake. The additional benefit of liquid staking is that you can take that token, that receipt token, and you can use it in DeFi. So you could take that token and put it into a liquidity platform and earn trade fees on that, or you can put it into a lending platform, or you can do options. There's a myriad of things that you can do. So how does it work? So when you stake ETH, you get issued RETH as a receipt. Okay, the ETH is matched with a node operator, who then stakes that within the proof of stake system. The ETH then kind of earns staking rewards, and then that ends up kind of accruing through the token. When you want to unstake, you either unstake, in our case, you can unstake through Rocket Pool itself, or you can exchange it on a decentralized exchange, whatever one you want. So what are the risks? So these are kind of like the risks in general for all liquid staking providers, whether you're with Rocket Pool or any other provider. So smart contracts. So as a DeFi protocol, there's smart contract risk. That's kind of mitigated through extensive audits, testing, and a bug bounty program as well. There's also kind of slight value risk in terms of, so in a true liquid staking protocol, every ETH that's deposited is staked by a node operator, okay? And, but on the open market, the token might vary in price to the underlying kind of thing. So it's affected by a kind of like supply and demand. So it might, at times there might be a slight liquidity premium or there might be a slight liquidity discount, depending on what time it is. And the way that's mitigated is through kind of the protocol incentivizing liquidity. So there's lots and lots of liquidity out there, and also having kind of arbitrage opportunities for node operators. Shanghai also helps with that one as well. So lastly, there's kind of slashing risk. As I said, there is a chance that a node operator does something nefarious and their bond is slashed. But this is actually mitigated in a number of ways. Some protocols offer insurance, which cover a small percentage of what could happen. We prefer to have our node operators provide collateral, which 100% protects against most slashing risks, and it basically is the best case scenario for this. So with Rocket Pool, you have a very, very minimal slashing risk. So what does Shanghai mean for staking? The Shanghai hard fork is a big deal. It's like the culmination of proof of stake. So we had the merge a few months ago, which was fantastic, and it worked so smoothly. But this is kind of like the last piece of the puzzle. It means that proof of stake validators can actually access their rewards, and they can also withdraw if they want to. So this is a big deal because there's a lot of people who obviously don't like the fact that you're depositing things and not being able to withdraw. From Shanghai onwards, you can stake, you can earn these rewards, you can secure Ethereum, which is the most important thing, but you can also withdraw whenever you want to. Now with RETH again, liquid staking tokens, but RETH in particular, you can already unstake today. You can do it directly through Rocket Pool, or you can go onto a decentralized exchange and swap it on the open market. With Shanghai, there'll be more liquidity coming back, and so it'll be much easier to be able to withdraw. There might also be slightly higher rewards because you'll be able to kind of like restake ETH, and so that generates a little bit more rewards. So what to look for in a liquid staking provider? Okay, so Ethereum.org actually has some great criteria for choosing a staking provider. Rocket Pool is the only one that gets green ticks across the whole thing. So the first thing is open source and verified. So the smart contracts need to be available to everyone to see, everyone to look at, everyone to check. And so they have to be open source and they have to be verified. The protocol has to be audited. And so it has to be audited by reputable audit firms, and they have to have their audit reports made public. That way everyone can see what the audit has covered and any potential issues and anything that they found. The protocol has to have a bug bounty. What this does is it allows white hats to get rewarded for basically improving the security of the protocol, and it's very, very important. Battle tested is pretty simple. It's got to be battle tested. Trustless. Now this is interesting. So, many different staking providers. In some cases, you have to trust the node operator with your funds. You have to basically give over custody of your funds to a node operator. Do you have to trust them? Do you have to trust them to perform? Are they economically aligned with you as an RETH holder or a token holder? Is there, as I came to before, is there insurance or is there collateral that's backing any slashing risk or anything like that? So that's the trustless part. Permissionless node operators. So can anyone run a node within the protocol? Now this is important because it supports Ethereum's decentralization. Only permissionless node operators can be decentralized. And that means like kind of geographically decentralized, jurisdictionally decentralized, and all of that sort of thing. How many entities are running those nodes? Okay, so diverse clients. So are the node operators themselves running different kind of client combinations for maximum resiliency? Are they in different geographic locations or different jurisdictions? And lastly, do they have a liquidity token which basically enables you to be really flexible and use the token in DeFi? So why Rocket Pool? Apart from the fact that we have orange significantly in our brand, why would you use Rocket Pool? So the first thing is that, so we released in November 2021, and it's gone pretty well so far. We've got over 2,000 node operators operating in 100 different geographic locations. We are staking about 400,000 ETH, which represents something like 2.4% of all the staked ETH that's being staked today. If you're staking ETH today with another provider, and Shanghai, the Shanghai hard fork happens, you'll have the opportunity to move your staked ETH to another provider. I'm just kind of hinting on where you might want to put it. The grass is not greener. It's not just greener, it's orange. So thank you. Thanks, Wack. We also have a very passionate community of Rocketeers. So if you love Ethereum, if you love if you love Ethereum in general, then come and join our Discord. Atlas. So today we are officially announcing our Atlas release. So Atlas is a big deal for us. It's actually been the culmination of a lot of work. It's a kind of a Rocket Pool wide effort, not just the core team. We could not have built Atlas without the community. It's a result of a huge amount of discussion, analysis, research, governance voting, development, testing, and auditing. And then we're going in and we're actually releasing it onto our testnets in the next couple of weeks. And so our community and anyone else is happy to kind of come along and test it for us. So a big thank you to everyone in our community that's kind of contributed to Atlas. We couldn't have really done it without you. So what does it include? So it includes a bunch of stuff. Most of this stuff is node operator specific, and I'll kind of come to how it affects liquid stakers in a minute. But it supports Shanghai withdrawals, so it means that our node operators can actually withdraw their ETH. It supports, this is the big one, 8 ETH mini pools, which basically means that, so today, as a node operator, you need to supply 16 ETH as collateral, but we're actually reducing it to 8. So we're lowering that barrier of entry, but still giving our ETH holders the best kind of coverage in terms of slashing risk and that sort of thing. So we also do an optimized mini pool queue, which basically just means that we can process things a lot quicker. We have a solo staker migration, which means that as a solo staker, if you are running a solo staker today, you have a one-time opportunity to migrate to Rocket Pool. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to migrate, and if you want to know more about that, then come and talk to us. Lots of gas reductions, the dynamic deposit limit and assignments, which I'll cover in a second. Okay, so what does this mean for liquid stakers? So it means that getting hold of our ETH is going to be much easier. So with the Atlas upgrade, we're going to 3 to 6x our capacity, which means that we'll be able to take on more deposits. We'll be able to take on more deposits, we'll be able to take on much larger deposits because of these kind of efficiency improvements that we've made. We've also made the protocol more efficient as well, and so we should kind of see slightly higher rewards as well. Okay, that has been me. I've been Langers. If you want to know more about Rocket Pool, that's our website, rocketpool.net. We are just around the corner in the DeFi section. So if you want to come talk to us about either liquid staking or running your own node, then come and find us. We'd be happy to talk to you.